Weston Abbey from Comanche lines up in the 12 machine alongside Caleb Crenshaw on the 6C, Ronnie Warren, Colton Obregon, Charles Cosper, Kevin Ramey, Jamie Husky, and Jason Riddle. The rest of the field, we're going green. And it's Granzer going to lead the field through turn number 1. Here we're 3 wide for the race lead. It's going to be Justin Roberts to the front. Oh, and Roberts tags the wall on the outside of turn number 3. Going to spin it to a stop at the top of the turn.
That is not how he wanted.
Oh, we got a big pile up right through the middle of the racetrack, Zach, in turn number 4. It's going to be Granzer and Flock now, the front row. Chris Granzer from Abilene, Texas, lines up in the 10G alongside Kevin Flock from Muskogee, Oklahoma. The green flag's out and we're underway.
Heading off into turn number 1 on the opening circuit of your IMCA Stock Car main event. They're door to door. They're 2 by 3 wide. 3 wide still. 2 by 3 by 3 down the back straightaway all the way back to 10th. They're door to door for the race lead through 3 and 4 here on the opening lap. Live here on RaceOnTexas.com. Down the front straight, they're nearly going 4 wide, but they're still 3 wide, Nick. Oh my God, this is why we love IMCA Stock Car Racing.
Absolutely, man. It is literally door to door. It's Kevin Flock leading lap number 1. Andy Roller now works into second spot. Granzer, your pole sitter, is third. The Thrill Show, Dylan Smith, we're 3 wide once again, Zach, in 3 and 4.
I feel like I'm in Iowa at Marshalltown Speedway sitting next to Jerry Van Sickle right now. Down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2. Oh boy, it is heating up. 3 wide for the race lead off the exit 2 down the back straightaway, using that outside line. The momentum to his advantage is going to be.
That is Kevin Flock out front in the number 9 machine from Muskogee, Oklahoma. Has led both opening circuits. He's going to lead lap number 3.
Started 4th, and he's up to the race lead, but he's going to get pressure again to the inside. What a racy Heart O Texas Speedway we have here tonight. And diamond off the exit of the corner, trying to make it 3 wide. He could not fit the sandwich. Down the back straightaway, he's trying to be the meat in the bun there, but no turkey for him. Into turn number 3 off of 4. Out front with the race lead, Nick, you got it.
Absolutely, it's Dylan Smith leading lap number 4. Benji Kirkpatrick has worked his way up to second in the 47.25. I tell you what, Zach, if there is a dominant factor in the iStock class here at Heart O Texas Speedway, it is Kirkpatrick. The man is a beast behind the wheel of a stock car. He's sitting in second spot right now behind the Thrill Show. Dylan Smith, 5 circuits down, 15 to go.
15 to go in this 20-lap affair. Heading off into 1 and 2, the IMCA stock cars. I believe they're paying a pretty good payday, right? $1,000 to win? Yeah.
I do believe so.
A Griswold to win the night. Off of 4, out front with the race lead, trying to separate himself from the rest of his competitors right now. I tell you what, those opening several laps are outstanding.
It's still Dylan Smith out front, Kirkpatrick in second, Andy Roller is third, Kevin Flock rounds out the top 4, then they're 4 wide off of turn number 2 for 5th. It's Jeffrey Abbey, Caleb Crenshaw, and your pole setter, Chris Granzer in the 10G machine. They're 3 wide down the front, shoot Zach into turn number 1.
It seems like Dylan Smith has found his niche right around the bottom of the racetrack. They're trying to go 3 wide here off the exit 2 down the back straightaway. They're 1 by 1 by 2 by 2 into turn number 3, and it's heating up into turn number 3.
Dylan Smith still out front, 8 laps down, going to be 12 to go. That time by the stripe, it's Kirkpatrick in second, closing the gap. Pretty good gap back to Andy Roller in third. 4th spot is now Weston Abbey in the 12 machine. Caleb Crenshaw rounds out the top 5. Dylan Smith still out front. Kirkpatrick trying to close the gap. Weston Abbey, though, the man on the move right now, getting underneath Andy Roller for third. Not going to happen on turn number 2. Going to be halfway there this time by 10, down 10 to go from Flagman Joe.
It'll be halfway in, Nick, 50% complete, 10 and 10 laps to go this time by at the flag stand, hanging off in the turn number 1. Just talked to Kevin Rogers a moment ago. After the post-race interview, or after the Tom Series race, we'll draw the 50-50. The winner will receive over $500 or have their choice to pick a pretty sweet deal that Triton Metalworks manufactured. It was kind of hard to hear exactly what Kevin was explaining as what they get to pick. But anyway, I'll find out the full deets on that here in a moment.
We're side by side right now for third. Zach Weston Abbey making the move off the bottom of the racetrack. The Comanche Kid getting around awesome Andy Roller. Those two with a lot of laps around Heart O Texas Speedway in a stock car, brother.
So Abbey rolling up to the 3rd spot here. That's Weston, correct?
That is Weston.
Okay. Weston Abbey up to the 3rd spot. Undoubtedly seemed to be the quickest car earlier in his heat race performance, and he's making it work and making it look well here in the main event.
I dare say it's the best handling car on the racetrack right now. I think the fastest one is probably your leader, because Benji Kirkpatrick not closing the gap. But I tell you what, who's on the move, man? It is Weston Abbey right now. We got 13 down, going to be 14 this time around. It's going to be a hard road to hoe, but I think Abbey can do it. As you see Aaron Benedict parking it in the infield with the right rear flat in the 77.
I always call it like I see it. I don't want to say that he can't do it, but I think that TikTok is going the race clock And as I always say, the sand of the hourglass, the sand is just dwindling and dwindling. And I tell you what, we're going to need that is what I was getting at. We're going to need a caution.
Definitely are going to need a caution. I do believe we got 5 to go right here from Flagman Joe. And wow, that was close. Almost getting into your leader there. Dylan Smith averting catastrophe. Look at the gap, Zach. On second spot right now, Weston Abbey right on the tail tank of Benji Kirkpatrick as we come into turn number 3.
Benji Kirkpatrick has had is one of the winningest drivers here at the Heart O Texas Speedway over the last several years.
Absolutely.
Won all 3 nights when I was here 2 years ago with USMTS. He absolutely dominated his competition.
Benji Kirkpatrick, definitely one to watch in the stock car ranks and in the Outlaw Modifieds. Absolutely runs with the USMTS when they show into town. Look at Abbey underneath into turn number 3. Not going to be enough. We've got 3 to go.
Abbey all over the tail tank here into 1 and 2 for the second spot. The bridesmaids honors are up for grabs. That's the best battle on the speed plant right now. Definitely all the way, I guess the best battle behind that would be back for 10th spot, but there's going to be 2 laps to go this time by for your race leader, Dylan Smith in 03.
2 to go from Flagman Joe out front right now. It's still Dylan Smith. They're side by side. Abbey makes the move into turn number 1. Weston Abbey up to that second
spot. There's your caution, maybe. Nope.
Kirkpatrick trying to battle back. It's going to be the white rag in the air this time by Zachary.
I always cheer for a race to stay green.
Door to door out of turn number 2 for the second spot. Turn number 4.
Final trip around the speed plane here. IMCA stock car main event. Benji Kirkpatrick and Weston Abbey are leaning on each other like Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Final time in the turns 3 and off of turn number 4. Getting ready to receive a face full of checker flag. Your IMCA stock car winners. They continue to battle for a second. Gonna go to Dylan Smith in 03. Your Bryan Mize Memorial 3rd annual winner. And
Weston Abbey with a second spot.
Weston Abbey. Presented by Triton Metalworks. Your 3rd annual Bryan Mize Memorial IMCA stock car winner going to go to Dylan Smith at 03. On top of the roof. How about that? And the Matco Tools by Charles Brewer 03. Dylan, you get the job done from 5th tonight. Didn't take you long to get there to the race lead. The car was absolutely stuck and hugged around the hub of this racetrack.
Yeah, I know, man. When you got this kind of competition, you got to get to the front fast. And I was able to get there, and I'm glad this race was 20 laps, not 25. We were catching that lap traffic a little faster than I wanted to. As soon as both the Kevins announced that the stock cars were going to be here, man, I had this one circled on my calendar, and I wanted to win this, and it feels awesome to win it. Brian helped me some in my modified career. Awesome guy, and I'm proud to bring this one home for him.
I tell you, the racing behind you was wild. I mean, the battle for second was absolutely crazy. I said if we get a caution, it could get interesting up front. It appeared you undoubtedly had the best race car on the racetrack, but if a caution comes out, who knows what could happen. But that's why you get out there and set a torrid pace.
Yeah, I wasn't wanting to see no cautions. You didn't start getting slide jobs and stuff like that, and I like kind of just being smooth and doing that kind of thing.
How much does this mean to you? Obviously, climbing on top of the race car, pretty indicative of how much this race means to you, man. Tell me.
It's awesome. Like I said, man, I consider Brian a friend, and as soon as they said stock cars were here, I was finally proud to be part of the show, and I hope y'all enjoyed it.
I know Brian's looking down. He's certainly grinning, man. He was a man that loved great racing. That was some fantastic racing. I'll give you an opportunity to thank all the folks who help you out here in your racing team.
This one right here, my beautiful daughter, my wife, my mom's up in the stands. My dad, he couldn't make it. He's in Pennsylvania, hopefully watching live on Race on Texas. Brazos Roofing, Wilson Chassis, Matco Tools. There's my buddies Brandon and Jeremy. They're here tonight helping me pit crew. This is awesome. This is the coolest race I've ever won in my life.
I probably should know this. So, what's your hometown?
Waco.
Okay. Waco, Texas. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen. Dylan Smith, your winner tonight.
25 green flag laps. Mike Dillard going to line up inside of row number 7 from McKinney, Texas, driving the 66X. And outside of him in the 14T, going to be your current points leader for the Tom Series, Tristan Dykus. Dean Abbey lines up inside of row 8 alongside Kenny Gaddis in the 2G. Charlie Smith, Phil Dixon, Michael Walker, Chris Huckabee, Danny Florence, Kirk Accord, Kenny Densman, and Kobe O'Neill, the remainder of the field. Oh, baby.
We're already going 3 out here mid-pack, and they're trying to go door-to-door over the race lead down the back straightaway. Can Kenny Schrader get his first ever Tom Series win tonight here at the Heart of Texas?
I tell you what, Zachy's well on his way. He's going to lead lap number 1, but Clyde Dunn Jr., a little freaky, to the outside of the 88 Triple X.
The Rockwall Texan down the back straightaway, or off of 2 down the back straightaway. Into 3, they're door-to-door. First, second, or third, fourth, respectively. And they continue to go side by side. Troy Taylor and Sarton in the 17. They continue to go door-to-door. We got a door-to-door battle at the flag stand for the race lead. Into one. Little Freaky going to use that outside line. Can he use that momentum as advantage? How about Schrader, though? Look, he's accomplished a lot in his racing career, but the hop in the car he's never driven, I guess that's Kenny Schrader, though. That's the versatility and adaptability of that driver. He is willing it, and he is killing it tonight, Nicholas.
Absolutely leading 2 out of the first 3 laps. Clyde Dunn Jr. led lap number 2. 22 laps to go here in this Touring Outlaw Modified Series main event.
This would be huge. Bryan Mize would be so stoked, but I know that he's looking down from the heavens right now to know that Kenny Schrader's here at his event, but not only that, he is leading this race.
It's really cool because I was talking to Rodney down there at the flag stand a little earlier, and Kenny Schrader was one of Brian's racing heroes back when he was a kid. It's full circle right now. Kenny Schrader leading this thing with 5 down and 20 to go.
It's good to know. If he's able to hold on, that'll be something that maybe I'll talk to him about.
Absolutely, brother.
That, the guy that you won this race in memory of was a major fan of yours. How does that make you feel? But hey, we got a plenty of ways to go here. A little Freaky, no slouch, and a lot of great competitors and the hungry hounds. Will we get some comers and goers, Nick?
Absolutely, Zach. And you know that lap traffic is going to be a factor because we're only 6.5 laps into this deal, and Kenny Schrader is only about a set of turns away from the first back marker. It's going to be the 75 of Kenny Dinsman from Lolita, Texas, sitting in the back right now. Kenny Schrader closing the gap quickly. 7 down, 18 to go.
Tell you what, Schrader's looking awfully impressive tonight in this 410 machine.
Absolutely. A little bit further back in the pack, Zach, we got a lot of side-by-side racing going on. Dean Abbey is doing battle right now with the 74 machine. The 74 is Jason Hammond.
Oh, Schrader got a little bit cattywampus there in the middle point of 1 and 2. Car stepped out from underneath him. Clyde Dunn uses some of that to his advances. He gets about 2 car lengths closer to the tail tank here as they head off back into turns 1 and 2.
Kenny Schrader still out front of the 410 machine, driving Brad Doherty's race car tonight, hugging the hub right down around the tires. 9 laps in, going to be 10 this time around.
Lap traffic. Will we see lap traffic impede the race leader? We talked about this at the Southern Nationals. We wanted the race to stay green because it was 60 laps and we never were able to do so to see what could have happened through lap traffic.
It's going to make things interesting for sure, Zach, because Schrader's going to have to maybe get up off that comfortable line. You know that you don't know what the guy in front of you is going to do. You got to read his mind, basically.
I'll tell you what, right now Clyde Dunn's in the catbird seat.
Absolutely.
I would want to be the driver running second, and many drivers will often tell you that that's what they would prefer. They don't want to prefer to run second on the last lap, but they would like to be within striking distance behind the race leader to dictate their way around the leader as he tries to work his way through lap traffic, because you want to go where he does not go.
Zach, we just crossed the halfway mark, 12 down and 13 to go, and already, like we said, Kenny Schrader dealing with his first lap car. It's the 51X of Danny Florence from McKinney, Texas. Schrader going to have to find a way around because there we go. And it looks like Florence moving up out of the way. Schrader going to get around. 1 lap car down.
Halfway in.
Only 23 to go.
Oh, I thought we were running
25 green flag laps. I was talking about the other cars on the track.
Sorry about that, bro.
It's all good, man.
I got confused for a moment. As Schrader, though, dictating his way around the first car, which was the 51 of Florence. The next car will be the 75 here into 1 and 2.
75 machine. Gonna be Kenny Dinsman.
Oh, yeah.
The next car to go a lap down. And here's Clyde Dunn Jr. has gotten around Florence as well. No lap cars between your leader and second spot. Schrader working the bottom of the racetrack on a turn number 4, trying to get around Kenny Dinsman.
It's about to get thicker and thicker for Schrader. As these guys right here with Charlie Smith, the 34 of Walker, and so on and so forth, it's getting a little bit thicker in front of him. Where's he going to go and where is he going to hide, Nick?
If you're Kenny Schrader right now, you're probably hoping for a yellow flag. Give you some breathing room. Clear the racetrack out in front. But that restart is dangerous.
Oftentimes, too, we speak of the perspective of the driver sitting in second, being in the catbird seat. Sometimes the driver, if he can dispose of these guys quicker, who knows what's going on behind him.
Absolutely.
Clyde Dunn could get bottled up while Schrader may not. So,
absolutely.
You know what? Race through lap traffic can also play a factor as the race leader as well in a good way. So, we'll see what happens as now he'll put the 75 down, Dinsman, sorry. And
Schrader still working the bottom of the track, maybe slides up a lane out of turn number 4, Zach, trying to feel his way around the racetrack. You got to predict what the guys in front of you are going to do. He's got a pretty good cushion right now between himself and Clyde Dunn Jr. He's got 1 car, Kenny Dinsman in between, and a pretty good gap back to Dunn in second spot. 18 laps down, only 7 to go. It's going to be 19 and 6 right here at the line. We're 3 wide down the front chute.
This is where it gets interesting. as they're 3 wide through lap traffic. Schrader around the hub of the racetrack, Smith up top. As he'll try to split them down the back straightaway, he'll dispose of 1. He'll try to peek to the inside here of the 3 of Smith, who's way up top. The 34 of Walker there as well. As Schrader smashes the lap middle off the 4, can't quite dispose of the 2 into 1. He finally may. But it's tough, Nick.
Absolutely the hardest thing going on right now. Kenny Schrader dealing with these lap cars. Clyde Dunn Jr., like you said, in the catbird seat. Going to be 4 to go this time by. We've already gone 21 laps right here at the stripe, Zach. Kenny Schrader getting around the 34 of Walker.
Clyde has not turned into the freak show yet, and he's actually not been able to pick up the slack. It appears that Schrader's actually gapped him a little bit through this lap traffic, which is kind of interesting.
Schrader caught a little bit of a break there. He had 2 cars slide up the racetrack, give him some more room. He's now dealing with Sergeant Charlie Smith right now in the 3C machine.
This shows that these GRT Bob Phillips chassis can dig, no doubt about it. Joe Garrison, GRT racing cars, Terry Phillips with all the twists that he puts on that chassis. As these cars manufactured out of Greenbar, Arkansas, 2 to go. As Kenny Schrader out of Concord, North Carolina, looking to get his first win here in the great state of Texas in over about 4 years, I do believe.
Kenny Schrader working the backstretch, going to be coming the white rag this time around. The white flag going to be in the air. 1 more lap to go for Schrader.
Wow.
A pretty good cushion between he and Clyde Dunn Jr.
Look, a lot of people put pressure on him and say that, oh, he's the favorite, or, this and that. But you know what? He would tell you that the competition is so tight these days. He heads through 3 and 4 for the final time. Your Texas Outlaw Modified Series winner from Concord, North Carolina. Going to go to Kenny Schrader in 410 for Brad Doherty Motorsports in that GRT Bob Phillips here at the Heart of Texas tonight, Nick. How about that?
That's pretty impressive, Zach. Zach going to head down to the infield, get a word in Brazos Roofing Victory Lane.
No, I need to on the mule.
And climbing out, race fans, give it up for Concord, North Carolina's Kenny Schrader in 410. How about it, Kenny? I'll tell you, man, after that dominant heat race performance from 5th to, end up grabbing the pole position after the redraw, man, from the drop of the green flag, man, you were gone. It didn't seem like you were going to be challenged. The lap traffic everywhere you in that one.
I didn't know I was going to drive the damn thing till tonight.
Yeah.
I just can't thank them enough. I've been looking forward to coming here. It's for such a good cause, and I ran at this track one time, 19 shit, and it's just I've heard a lot of good things about it, and I just can't thank them enough for letting me drive the thing.
I'll say, how did that kind of come about? Brad Doherty, he's a great guy. This GRT by Phillips chassis. I mean, did it handle better than what you were expecting? I mean, you're a hell of a driver, Kenny. But man, the adaptability. We told the race fans how versatile you are. So I don't think anybody's surprised you're standing in victory lane tonight, a car you never driven. But how about this race car?
Race car is good. It feels similar to ours. It's got all the same problems. But when you don't have a job, you just got to learn how to do shit. So I mean, that's just we've had a lot of fun doing this, and we were fortunate enough to run that Cup car for almost 30 years. Yeah. But I mean, I enjoyed every minute of it. But this is where my heart is, and I appreciate everybody for coming out because this is the grassroots racing of our sport.
Absolutely, and it's great to hear guys like you, Kenny Wallace, Tony Stewart, often talk about it. I want to say one more thing to you. The guy that we're holding this memorial race for, Bryan Mize, he was a big fan of yours, huge fan of yours, and I know that he'd be looking down from heaven right now, stoked that you're standing in victory lane here at this particular event, man. What does that mean to you to know that guy was a big fan of yours?
Well, I had met him before through Kevin, and he's just a hardcore racer, and hey, this whole thing's just neat.
Absolutely. IMCA Modified's pretty good tonight too. Final thing I'll ask you, Kenny, and anybody in addition you'd like to thank.
Well, just everyone that put this car out here. And then on our car, our guys from got Joe and Jeff and Tom, and just for them from the shop, they're in Federated Auto Parts, obviously.
You got some pretty awesome trophies up on the mantle, I'm sure, in North Carolina. You got a pretty sweet one presented by Triton Metalworks. Congratulations to you tonight, Kenny Schrader.
Thank you guys much.
Absolutely. Give it up for race fans from Concord, North Carolina. Kenny Schrader gets the job done.
Getting ready to go green flag racing, this time at a turn number 4 with the Lone Star Super Gas IMCA Southern Sport Mod main event. 20 laps the distance. Keep your Frisbee, girl. You're going to want that. Green flag waves, ladies and gentlemen, and we're underway. Justin Neighbors gets a great jump off the bottom of the racetrack, leads the field into turn number 1. Daniel Parker in second spot. Here comes Jeffrey Abbey around the outside to take over the runner-up position in the 37. The driver out of Comanche, Texas, with 16 wins on the 2017 season, takes over the second spot on that turn number 4. One lap in the books. Neighbors out front. Abby in second. It's Parker in third. Robert Scribner and JC How we go 3 wide off of turn number 2.
Hey, a little 3 wide habit. Nothing wrong with a little bump and grind either. How about some of that?
I love me some bump and grind. I don't see nothing wrong with it, Zach.
Justin Neighbor says, I don't want any neighbors in this race, but right now, that Comanche kid ain't no slouch.
No.
And the 19-year-old who's got 16 wins on the year, 6 different tracks, is ready to fire a bullet into turn number 3. No blanks for the 37 young man.
Your 2016 Boone Super Nationals champion for the Southern Sport Mods, Jeffrey Abbey, right now in second spot. Looks to the bottom of the racetrack in turn number 1. Trying to pull alongside Neighbors on the exit of turn 2. Neighbors with a great run off the top side. Abbey right there in tow. Gonna be 4 laps complete this time by, ladies and gentlemen. Abbey once again looking to the bottom of the racetrack at a turn number 4. Not gonna do it. Here comes Robert Scribner on the outside. Scribner driving Will Carter's car, the 8th seed. And we've got contact for 4th. Daniel Parker, TJ Green getting together. Green with a 4th spot. We're 3 car battling for the top spot. It's still Neighbors out front with 5 down and 15 to go. Scribner to the 2nd spot. Robert Scribner throws that thing down into turn number 1. Zach challenging Neighbors for the lead.
I said earlier that Scribner was going to be tough tonight, and the cautioning flag will wave. It's Kevin Rowland.
Yep.
The former
Kevin
TMS
Rowland,
dirt track champion. And I tell you, we're getting ready to drop the hammer. Race fans ready to go back to work is Justin Neighbors. He smashes the loud pedal. We're back underway.
Nope, wrong one.
Green is out, waving over the field. Good restart by the 37 Vertibelt bodies. Tumbleweed Barbecue number 37 as he goes to the inside. Race lead.
Abbey got a little push on the exit of turn number 2. Kind of so we're 3 wide into turn number 3, Zach.
Abbey did not look at shabby. He got a little stabby there off the exit of turn number 2. Hit it down off of 4 down the front boulevard. They're doing it over for a second. Here comes Scribner. These 2 guys were teammates 2 weeks ago. Right now, they're not enemies, but they are hard-blown competitors.
The gloves are off right now, brother. You ain't got no friends on the racetrack. You just racing that thing as hard as you can. And it was a great, we're 3 wide once again coming off turn 4, ladies and gentlemen. It's Justin Neighbors out front. Abbey in second, Scribner in third.
Hashtag no new friends. And a slight job into 1 and 2 for the race lead. The 37 throws a slider. Neighbors has not checked the throttle and turned down underneath your new race leader, the Comanche kid, Jeffrey Abbey.
And here comes Scribner on the bottom out of turn number 3. Zach looking into on the inside of Neighbors for that second spot. Not going to make it. Hangs on to third.
Scribner. I don't know. I like his last name. It's a racing name.
I think so too.
Scrab McGrav. He's ready to roll down the back straight for whatever the hell that means. Into 3. He's going to throw the slight job as well through 3 and 4. Will he clear it?
No!
Oh, Neighbors. Boy, he's testing the waters.
I tell you what, that right there, that's just a ballsy move. Scribner slides up the racetrack. The slide job doesn't clear, and Neighbors is like, don't care, foot on the floor. And they're still side by side battling it out for second spot.
Say, cousin, he just threw him over his shoulder.
You know it. We're coming halfway down, 10 to go.
On a regular dirt track Saturday night 20-lap main event here for the 3rd annual Bryan Mize Memorial Southern Sport Mod main event. Off of 2, down the back straightaway. Kenny Schrader just won your Texas Outlaw Modified Series A main event worth $1,500. To kick off our A mains tonight, we're now on our second A main, or third A main rather.
Third A main, absolutely.
As we roll down the front boulevard into turn 1, Dylan Smith won your IMCA stock car A main, and we're about to find out who's going to win this Southern Sport Mod main event. It's been a good one from the drop of the hat, but right now it's going to come down to the drivers who were teammates here with 10 grand on the line 2 weeks ago. Like you said, Nick, all gloves are off. And it's about to be a hard challenge, because I promise you Scribner will get there.
Scribner is closing the gap quickly, Zach, coming into turn number 1. Jeffrey Abbey still out front with 12 down and 8 to go. Going to be 13 and 7 this time around. Scribner get a good run coming into turn number 3. Only about 2 car lengths separate himself and Abbey. We're crossing the line, 13 down, 7 to go. It's only about 2-3 car lengths separate the 2 as they come down the front shooting the 1.
All the 2. Here comes the 8. Driving for the Viola, Texas racer Will Carter, a pair of express chassis out front, and look at him split that gap.
I'm going to hold your shoulder.
Hold my shoulder.
This is the thing that we do.
Yeah, all the way back to when John Carney threw a slider at Lone Star Speedway.
And Scribner nearly loses the car running second. That might have shot it right there.
Don't you think he had to have lost a tire or something?
I don't know what happened as we come to 15 down and 5 to go, but Scribner lost so much ground. It does look like a right rear flat.
Yeah, he can't get the car to steer. But maybe it's not. I don't know.
That wouldn't have worked if it. Whoa! And Brandon Guerin blows it up.
Up and smoke torch. Oh no, he's got flames. He's got heavy flames. He's got heavy
Oh,
flames.
the car is wow, big fire, big fire.
It's calming down a little bit, but it's still on fire. Let's get that boy stopped and let's get him out of there.
We got a yellow on the racetrack. Jeffrey Abbey in the 37 machine. And we're back underway. And Scribner with a great jump off the outside. Throws it down in the turn number 1, Zach. Slide job in the turn number 1.
Ronnie Bell just went for a wild stride.
And Sid Kippen goes around with a little help from Tyler Moorhead.
And we stay green, though.
We are green. Ronnie Bell gets it back on the racetrack. Sid Kippen going to get it back on the racetrack.
I don't have a weird feeling. I just have a competitive feeling that the 8 is going to get to the back tail tank of the 37, and he's going to give it everything he's got.
This is going to be a bonsai move, brother. We're coming down to 3 laps to go right here at the line. This is going to get real good.
Not that he has anything to prove, this young man.
Nope.
Neither driver.
Nope.
But I tell you what, don't you think Robert Scribner wants to get in there and prove that he belonged on the or he ended up second on the podium.
Yep.
But he belonged for 10,000. This is an equal.
Here it is.
Stellar field. He is pulled, and he's got 2 laps to fire. Will he fire early or will he fire late?
2 laps to go. Zach
Here he
Scribner
comes.
right here. Right here. Not going to clear it. Not going to be enough.
Lost
And
side
that
bite.
might have been it right there.
I don't think so. He lost some side bite, but he wanted to at least show the 37 that he's there to maybe rattle his cage a little. Not saying this young 19-year-old gets rattled very easy, but do not count out the 8 to at least slam it to the bottom here in the 3 and 4 for the final time to just give it everything he's got. He'll throw the kitchen sink.
About a half a lap to go. 1 more set of corners.
And we'll
Scribner not going to be able to make it happen. Jeffrey Abbey going to take the win in the 37 machine.
Is it not working? Why is it not working? Oh, the battery's died. Y'all give it up for Jeffrey Abbey, race fans. Not sure. Surely the mic didn't die, did it? Jeff Martin, where are you at? You got that other mic? Run
Mic
that down
check.
there.
Well, there it is. Hey. New mic to me. He's out of the race car, ladies and gentlemen. You already made a bunch of noise for him. Hanging on to this big check for $1,000, Mr. Jeffrey Abbey. Y'all take a picture. I'll get with you in a minute, Jeff. Real quick, brother, let me get a word in here real quick with you. How's everybody's clearing out? First of all, congratulations, man. Heck of a job.
Oh yeah, the car was good. I seen Robert with me early. I knew he was fast. He started back there in 8th on lap 5. He was up beside me. I knew how to get out front, hopefully hold him off. A couple weeks ago at the 10,000 win, he ran second, didn't throw a slider in him. They gave him so much heck for that. I knew he was gonna throw it for 1,000, so I knew it was coming.
You knew it was going to happen. He threw a couple of really good ones. Threw that one with 2 to go. I think that was a little early, but it was the best shot he had, and I think he knew that, and I think you knew that too. What's it take out there when you got this kind of a race on the line? You just stay focused out there all the time.
These guys right here, this crew, all these sponsors, crew, everyone makes this possible. You stayed out front. Lucky enough, stayed out in front of Robert. He was quick. He always is. But without these guys, none of it would be possible.
So that makes it 17 on the year, right?
Something like that.
When it's too many that you just can't count them anymore, brother, you've had a great year. Who helps you out on this race car, Jeffrey?
517 Designs, Swinson Racing Components, Brass Monkey Race Products, Don Wildy Racecraft, Abilene Powder Coating, KS Engineering, Swinson Race Components. I think I already said them, but we got them again. TM Racing, and all these guys that make this possible. I mean, this is a great event. All these guys, Kevin Rogers, Kevin Sestair, all these guys that put this thing together. This trophy right here, man, I seen this thing earlier in the week on Facebook, and I was like, I gotta have it. This thing was sweet. Just thanks for everyone putting this deal on. This is a great event, and we were fortunate enough to win it 2 years in a row.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, you're back-to-back defending champion of the Southern Sport Mod portion tonight.
This car is for sale.
It is for sale, and the price probably just went up because it just won another one. 2 in a row for Jeffrey Abbey out here. KR, what do you think about it, man?
Man, that was a good race. That kid's pretty tough. I watched him at Eldor, and that kid's a racer. I mean, there's, I think, 4 of them Abbey boys, and they'd be hard-pressed to pick the one that you'd want to win every night. They're pretty talented bunch of kids and a bunch of good people, too. Good folks.
Absolutely, brother. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise one more time for Mr. Jeffrey Abbey. Coming up next, going to be the final race of the evening. It's going to be the IMCA Modified main event.
And the 88S. Inside of 2 going to be Kenny Schrader out of Concord, North Carolina. The lights are going to go out. We're ready to drop the hammer, punch the time clock, and go to work, and we will. Ratcliffe will smash his foot through the firewall. We're underway here from the Heart of Texas Speedway. And your final race of the night, the IMCA Modifieds are underway. Into 1. Smith going to roll the outside. Schrader got a decent start. Caught a character spot there at the hub of the racetrack. They're 2, 3 line all the way here to the tail. Into turn number 3. Schrader just drove it deep, but he's going to throw the slight jobber look too, but he can't clear Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe will keep him honest to the outside. Nick down the front straight away we come.
Brad Smith leads lap number 1. The driver out of Round Rock, Texas, hanging on to the 88S machine. Kenny Schrader fighting the number 9 Federated Auto Parts machine on the bottom of the racetrack. I'm looking at Chris Morris right now in the 94, hanging on to that 4th spot right now. This young man is on a tear tonight, Zach.
No doubt about it. Smith leads the herd into 1 of that BG Products 88S. And a door-to-door battle for second. Still looking to shape up here. Schrader, stepping out from underneath Ratcliffe there. He got a little side bite. Lost a little side bite, rather. Then 3 wide here at the tail. Schrader still giving him HE double hockey sticks for the second spot, but comes up short again.
Absolutely. You go back a little bit further back in the field. You got some. Fred Wotek getting in the wall. Dylan Smith grabbing the wall. Freddie Wotek and Eric Tomlinson. Eric Tomlinson's around.
E-Tom.
Tomlinson goes around to the bottom of turn number 1. We're going to get our first caution. The 20th annual Fall Classic here at Heart of Texas Speedway. I believe it's 22nd, 23rd, and 24th of October right here.
Let's go. We're back underway. Into 1. Schrader timed it and got a good restart, Nick, and he'll slam it to the bottom of the racetrack and bridge over the race lead. Here comes Schrader to the inside, trying to double up tonight here at the Heart of Texas Speedway, side by side with the race lead down the racetrack. And Kenny Schrader's going to take over the top spot.
Takes the top spot.
Ice
turn number
in
3.
the veins of the 53-year-old tonight.
Absolutely, brother. Puts the move on Brad Smith into turn number 1, makes the move down the back chute, hangs onto that lead. He'll lead lap number 4.
Holy Toledo.
It's Brad Smith in second. We are 3 wide for 5th spot down the backstretch, Zach. It's Brandon Hood, Dean Abbey, and Chase Allen. 3 wide, nearly 4 wide out of turn number 4.
Chase Allen ain't playing. He's rolling. He's strolling. He's coming to the bottom of the racetrack to that Larry Shaw, number 26 of Abbey. Abbey's going to go it in deep. Catches a character spot. The 930 cam chassis of Allen. Going to smash the loud pedal, and we got one around the bottom of 3 and 4, and the caution will wave.
That is the 6-star of Dylan Smith going around the bottom of turn number 4. I'll tell you what, this is your final event. We're getting ready to go green this time out of 4. 15 laps to go in the 3rd annual Bryan Mize Memorial, brought to you by Triton Metalworks. It's been a great night, Zach, and I'm looking to close it out with a great race. Kenny Schrader going to bring him to the green.
Off of 4. Back underway, Kenny Schrader. And look at this restart. Dean Abbey tried to fit it to the outside of Smith. They contact us. They're 3 wide here. 3 wide. Here comes Allen by the name of first name Chase. He'll smash the loud pedal down the back straight looking to dispose of green. And here comes Chase Allen. 3 wide for 3rd. Chase Allen at the hub of the racetrack. He knows his way around this Heart of Texas Speedway, and he's hot right now. The race car is hot, and his racing ability is hot. I don't know about the looks of Chase Allen, but off of 2, down the back straightaway.
Allen, the one making the bottom side work. All these other guys, look at the top 5. They're running the we're 3 wide through turn number 3.
Yeah,
3 wide once again out of 4. Allen making the bottom work, duking it out right now with Dean Abbey.
He's able to advance his way a little bit, but by the time he gets to a certain point, they drift back by. But I tell you what, you're right. Now it's really rolling.
He's got it figured out on the bottom, brother. Absolutely, it is heating up.
Oh, that too. That was good. His tires are probably heating up, and it's getting glued right around the hub, man. Look at the way the car just sets up in the corner.
It does.
And hops back up in traction.
Duking it out with your early race leader, Brad Smith now.
I can't believe it. Kenny Schrader is literally about to duplicate and sweep the Bryan Mize Memorial if they don't get up on the wheel and come now.
He's pulling away from Justin Radcliffe right now, and we talked about him earlier.
And around goes Dean Abbey.
Oh, no. Dean Abbey around in the 26 machine trying to get it fired back up. Not going to happen. We are going to get a yellow. Getting the 1 to go this time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going green flag this time out of 4. Single file restart.
You know, Nick, we're at this Memorial race this weekend. Told you I lost my good friend Summer Caffey this week, or 2 days ago. I'm not going to turn into an emotional Zach Clark here on the last race of the night because we got thrilling racing. That's what this is about. But
look at Chase Allen making a move on the bottom of the racetrack once again. Takes the 3rd spot from Brad Smith into turn number 3. Underneath Justin Radcliffe now. Side by side of that turn number 3, Zach.
halfway home, 10 in, 10 laps to go. Final thing I want to say. And a slight job there for second. Ratcliffe cannot turn back down underneath and clear the 930. Chase Allen is ready to dethrone Schrader, and the caution is out.
Got another yellow on the racetrack. I'm not sure what for.
As we're looking to wrap up this third angle, Bryan Mize Memorial presented by Triton Metalworks. Can the Concord, North Carolina hot shoe Kenny Schrader turn back the challenges from Ratcliffe with the driver who's been on the mark? Here he comes again. Chase Allen, he got a little bit of a character spot there, got the car a little cattywampus. Here comes Ratcliffe. Ratcliffe will separate himself by car length and a half in the turn number 3. He'll go to the inside for the race lead. Hello, Kenny Schrader, how you doing? Before Schrader says I'm doing good. He'll smash the left middle and separate himself. But here comes Chase Allen back to second. Or trying to anyway. He'll throw the slight job for second. Ratcliffe will hit the throttle and check and turn back out underneath. I gotta love this IMCA racing. It's good.
I tell you what this is going to do, Zach, is Allen slides way up top. Ratcliffe gets back by for second. This is just letting Kenny Schrader pull away.
And here comes Allen with another maybe slider. Nope. He won't be able to clear. He tried his advances. Brad Smith tried to pull to the tail tank of the 930 now. Green rounds out your top 5. As right now, next time by, it'll be 13 scored, 7 laps to go in this 20-lap affair. The Federated Auto Parts number 9. IMC Modified main event leader here. Kenny Schrader trying to double up and prove that he can win in a USRA Outlaw style mod and an IMC mod all the same night. Boy, has this been impressive.
Absolutely, man. We talk about him all night long. He's just a versatile guy. He's been racing for a long time, and like you said in his interview earlier, if you don't have a job, you just got to learn how to do stuff.
I love it. I love his realness in that interview.
Absolutely. We're coming to 5 to go this time from Flagman Joe. 15 in the books, 5 laps to go, Zach.
Even if I was starstruck and I've interviewed him once before at Lone Star. No, anyway.
And a little bit further back in the field, looking for 5th right now. Chris Morris challenging Kevin Green coming into turn number 3. Morris underneath in the 94 machine. Not going to be able to make the move this time around. 16 down, 4 to go. Kenny Schrader has laid the keys down and checked out on this field.
I don't know what hotel he's staying in or he's staying in the total hall, but he has definitely thrown the keys on the counter and he is checking out of the Best Western check-in.
Absolutely, brother. We got 17 scored, 3 to go this time by. Radcliffe second, Smith is third, Allen fourth, and Green in 5th.
Like, holy smokes. Kenny Schrader is going to see 2 to go this time by at the flag stand, Nicholas. Really. What a dominant performance tonight.
Absolutely, man. And barring catastrophe, I'm going to go ahead and say this one belongs to Kenny Schrader out of Concord, North Carolina. The veteran racer taking the white flag this time by. 1 more lap to go for Kenny Schrader. A full straightaway ahead of Justin Radcliffe. Then it's Brad Smith, Chase Allen, and Kevin Green, your top 5.
Holds on from the pole position tonight. And he'll double up. Concord, North Carolina's former NASCAR star, Kenny Schrader gets both wins here for the third angle Bryan Mize Memorial. It could have been any driver that it could have been able to duplicate what they've done tonight. But I'm not sure Kenny. He knew he was capable to get the job done and do this. Here he comes again for the second time tonight. Your third annual Bryan Mize Memorial IMC Modified winner from Concord, North Carolina goes to Kenny Schrader in 9. Well, Kenny, you redrew the 1 for this deal. But, the 3 for this one, sorry. We didn't want to discredit that run. But, man, I tell you what, when you checked into the pits, I know you always come to win. When's the last time? I'm not sure there's ever been a time when you've won an Outlaw Mod race and an IMC Modified race all night.
No, back home we just basically run one or the other. So, it was fun. We won a couple weeks ago at DuQuoin, Illinois, in the mile dirt, and Stewart run our backup car and run second. And that was a lot of fun, but haven't got to race the last 2 weeks. But just glad to be here, and what a racy little place. You could run all over it. And I just told Kevin I'm the oldest. I'm just not the slowest yet.
What you mean? I told the folks. You're what, 53?
Yeah, right. 62.
Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure.
Try to pay attention to this NASCAR broadcast when you're running that stuff. But, I couldn't say that I don't think anyone here underestimated Kenny Schrader when he pulled into the pits tonight, but they probably wouldn't have been surprised that you could do this feat. But, and I know you're confident in yourself, but I'll tell you what, I'm pretty surprised that one driver swept both classes as tough as the competition is here tonight.
Well, we had to win this one, otherwise there was going to be a hell of a fight over a trophy.
The trophy's pretty. Now you got 2 of them.
No, I got 1, and the other car's got 1.
I heard that, bro. Yeah, so you earned one of yourself. How much does this mean to you, Kenny? I mean, I can't ask you where it necessarily ranks up there, but on dirt, where does this rank for you?
Oh, it's a big night. We've had we've got to race in Texas quite a bit over the years, and not as much as we'd like to, but we've always had fun down here. A lot of good racetracks, a lot of good fans and competitors down here, and just have fun down here.
Not a bad payday either, and as like you said earlier, you got to go to work somehow, but you got yourself to work tonight, punched the time clock. What are your additional plans for the 2017 season?
We go to Batesville, Arkansas for the modified race next weekend. Next week. It's Tuesday through Sunday, and I don't know. We got stuff every weekend till Thanksgiving, I think. Just there's one weekend off, and then Thanksgiving weekend, and then probably just watch for a month.
2 different tracks, but does give you any extra confidence going into that big race? I know Mark Martin's a big part of it. You're in a GRT race car here, and I mean, going there, the backyard of Joe Garrison, I know you're highly looking forward to that.
Well, we'll have to go to work, but we'll see what happens.
Congratulations to you, man.
Thank you.
Kenny Schrader back in victory lane for the second time here tonight.